Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to The Wind Waker. In the last episode, we entered the Tower of the Gods and gathered 2 of the 3 hollow men we need to open up the path. This episode, we're first going to start off with a little bit of backtracking. If we come through this room, now we've got the hero's bow, there's a little more we can do here. Oh, there's a lot more we can do here actually now, because firstly, well, we can kill the Pikachu with a shot, and secondly, ooh, fire, there's a new enemy over there. I'd forgotten that this bastard was in here. So, if we just take a picture of it quickly. Nope, press the wrong button. I always think R should be take a picture, but it's not. So he's shooting a lot of fire at us, so let's try and snap him quickly. They look really creepy and birdish, but yes, these are wizrobes. These mighty mages are adept at wielding flame and summoning other creatures to their aid. The only way to defeat them is to try and predict their movements and attack them during the brief moments that they appear in their physical form. In other words, shoot them in the face, and then make a really kind of strange bah now sound, and then you hit them again and they go brrr, like so. And we kill them. I forgot we ran across wizrobes this early. But anyway, we can shoot that. Nope, we can't, apparently. You should be able to shoot that if I'm not an idiot. There we go. And now we can hop over there, like so. Now, what do we do here? Yes, that's it. The lift goes up. I was trying to remember how you got up to that door, but the lift does it automatically for you. So, that's awesome. Yeah, wizrobes are just kind of wizards on other games, but in this one, they're kind of... Oh. Oh, I'd forgotten these things were here. Well, a lot of new enemies so far. So, these are giant robots that to me look like Waluigi. Throw a bomb in their mouth, and just like so, they explode. So they're very easy to kill. Indeed, these are... Oh, that's scary. These are Armos Knights. These auto-homing statues were created to deter intruders. To destroy them, you must toss bombs into their gaping mouths, like so. This one left an item all behind, actually, so that's got some useful shit in it. And once both of them have been destroyed... chest appears. And we open the chest. And get... a joy pendant. Is we already get a joy pendant? Oh well. To be honest, I had to come in here anyway to get a statue, to get a photo of the Armos Knights. You do come across them a fair bit later in the game, but I thought I'd just grab one while I'm here now. So now, let's head back to... Actually, no. I was going to say head back to the central chamber, but that's not where... Oh, I thought I missed that. That's not where we're going. We're actually going to go all the way back down to the bottom floor to the room where we got the compass. Now, if we just kill the bubble, the very attentive of you will have noticed the first time we're in here, there was this eye thing. And as ever, we can shoot that, and then something cool happens. Back of the room slides open, and there is a chest there. This is kind of, you can't, the map doesn't extend to this back section of the room, but the compass shows there's a chest here, so you may well have been able to spot that. And yes, this contains a treasure chart. As I've mentioned in the past, there are 2 treasure charts to every dungeon. So that's the first one in this dungeon. Now if we head across to the... Oh no, another thing's happening. Hooray! These are Armos. It's weird that we've seen Armos Knights before Armos, but yes, these are Armos. These small statues shift into autopilot and attack prey. Shoot them in the eyes with an arrow to silence them, then destroy them by hacking at their crystal backs. So let's do just that. Oh god. Well, let's not. Shoot them in their crystal eye to disarm them. Oh dude, I disarmed both with one shot. That was cool. And then hit their crystal backs twice. And then they'll do a similar thing to what the Armos Knights do, of dance around and then explode. I think I did actually come across them earlier in the dungeon. I heard them activate, but it was always just as I was leaving rooms, and I kind of wanted to make sure I showed them properly, as in with the figurine and everything. But now if we head across to the other side of the ground floor, then we come across this room here. As you can see, it's only available at low water. So if we head through, there's some vague stuff of use here. There's a couple of Pikachus to be killed, and what we have to do is just line up these boxes in a row. No, we don't actually even have to line them up in a row. What we have to do is just line up a central one so that we can hit that with a bomb. Nope, I've lied even. We don't even have to do that, apparently. We just drop a bomb here. Well, I say drop. Can I have to hold it there? Nope, we don't have to hold it there. Oh god, I've fallen. Explosion. Well, that was annoying. I cracked the wall open, but I'm not up there, so yay, that's going to be fun for me. When the water finally comes back up, there's a chest in here, as ever. It's a metal chest, so that means something interesting is inside. Yes, indeed, I somehow skipped out the dungeon map because I'm an idiot. So, there's not really anything on the other side of the room, so let's just dodge past these Pikachus and try and leave with our dignity intact. Now, I'll head back up to the central chamber with the hollow men. Now, that's all the backtracking done, so what we can do now is enter through the final door. Did you see it? To collect this hollow man, which as you can see has its horns off the side of its head. I really like this fact that the doorway is horned as well. So now we are at the Chamber of Scales. There are some keys here, so let's try and... oh, fuck the keys. Basically, this thing is a scale. Stand on it, and it will move accordingly. Oh, go away. Keys are slightly easier to kill, now we've got a real projectile weapon. So first things first, ignoring the scales that move up and down, let's head through here. This is a big and complicated side room, but that has 2 treasure chests in, both worth getting. Let's shoot that bubble out the sky first. Nope. There we go. Hit that eye switch there. Well, we've got the angle, kind of. We haven't really got the angle, but come on. This might be slightly easier with gyroscope aiming, but I cannot do that while recording. Let's hit the second eye switch there. Both of the platforms with the eye switch on then start moving once you hit its appropriate eye switch. Let's kill that bubble as well, because I can see him being an irritant later. Shoot in the face! Shoot in the face! Shoot in the face! Man, I suck with a bow and arrow on this. I've got used to kind of Skyward Sword and... what's the other one? Twilight Princess. So now... I'm just not used to aiming manually with the bow, I guess. And I kind of use the gyroscope on even on Ocarina 3D, I must admit. Open this chest on the left, and we get... a small key. Useful to have. Then we hop over to this one. Technically, the second chest is not necessary, but... so you only actually need to come in this room for the small key, but obviously having shot this switch, it starts moving. We hit this third one over there, which makes the chest appear over here. And this is... I thought it was a big important chest. It's not a big important chest, it's just a little wooden one, but either way, it has a joy pendant in it. Again, I've already got 40 by now, but in case you haven't and are attempting to follow along, you can gather them in places like this. So I will be showing, of course, every chest in the dungeon, because I would feel bad for not doing that. Anyway, I'm going to put some bombs on, because as you can see, there is a bomb thing over there. So, if we head up, I showed briefly that the scales respond to weight, so indeed, what you can do is Link, fortunately, weighs exactly as much as an Armos. So if you put an Armos on one side, then it kind of weighs it down. Let's open this quickly. I have to time this quite well. And throw. Yeah. And hop through here, and we get another side room. This one, like the last one we're in, also has 2 Armos Knights. But these ones are asleep, which is odd. Ah, I remember now. Right, so designs that reflect wind are drawn here. And that's the Song of Passing. I'm an idiot. That is not at all what I wanted to do, and it's going to have no effect here. Yep, can only be used in places where the sun and moon are visible. Yay! That's what I meant to do. Meant to use the Wind Requiem. Whenever you see these wind pads, using the Wind Requiem will always have the same effect, which is this. Oh, you heard both Armos wake up there as well. That was scary. But then it froze instantly. We heard vroom. And then indeed the Armos Knights wake up, but they'll always jump 3 times, and then open their gobs, and that's when you lob a bomb in. Both of them defeated just like that. They also knock these pillars over, which is awesome. And off they go. Do they both leave behind item orbs? Oh, that's cool. They should have a fair few useful things in it. Arrows. Arrows are very useful early on in this dungeon. As with bombs, arrows have 2 quivers that can be upgraded. So I'll be getting those later on from Fairy Islands, but for now... there's another treasure chart, and the second one of this dungeon. So that's both the optional charts there. I know designs reflect the wind are drawn there. I saw that before. I was trying to roll, actually. So now I've talked about them a lot, but we can actually use the damn scales in this room now. Now we've actually got all the optional stuff, we can get on with getting the third and final Hollow Man. So what we need to do is, we need to raise it up. So throw one Armos on there, but of course if I jump on the other side, it will even out anyway, because I weigh 1 Armos. So put 2 Armos on the other side, and then it'll hold my weight when I jump on it, and we can jump over again, and because we've got the small key from that room with all the moving lifts, we can proceed through here. Now this bit's kind of cool. There's an awesome laser in the way, and the Hollow Man is behind it, so what we need to do is jump and glide over. And now we can call the Hollow Man down. But now the lasers are in the way, and you can see a switch on the other side, so what we need to do is pick the Hollow Man up, throw him through there, and then use the command medley. Technically, you could have just taken control of him straight away, but I threw him through there because he moves slightly faster that way. Stand him on the switch, and the laser stops, and we can follow through bodily. A nice thing that's on the HD remake that wasn't on the original. Originally, when you played a Wind Waker song, it would kind of play it again. So you go dun 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 for the command medley, and then it'd go oh again, and then do the effects. But it's nice that they've sped that up slightly, and that's especially helpful for an LP. Let's kill this Wizro quickly. There he is. They make some really creepy sounds, and they're creepy bird people anyway. It's odd. Anyway, so now I weigh 1 Armos, but also this time we've now got the Hollow Man, which also weighs 1 Armos, so things get slightly more interesting now that we really need essentially to keep. So we need to bring the one on the right hand that's got the Hollow Man on it all the way up to the top. So in order to do that, we need to get 1 Armos, chuck it on the side. Oh, I didn't mean to jump off. So that kind of equilibrates them. And then, come now, grab the second Armos, throw it there, and that brings them up to even. But if I were to jump on the left now, it would still sink back down to the middle. Throw a third Armos on there to counterbalance me. I stand on here, no one moves, and we can pick up the Hollow Man. Weirdly enough, it kind of reacts to the weight oddly when you pick the Hollow Man up, because for a moment he doesn't exist. But either way, we can then move through here and deliver the final Hollow Man to the central chamber. And then once we brought all 3 here, turns out they have lasers in their chest, so they all go green with triangles. And then they make the central thing appear, which is awesome. So that's apparently what we wanted the whole time. So now we can enter, well, we can run into a wall is what we can do. We can enter up the central thing and move even higher up the tower. Now, we're very near the end here. Firstly, oh, I thought these were actual Armos, they're just not. So firstly, we got some Beamos here that we need to kill, which we can do now with the bow and arrow. You just have to, once they turn into an eye, you have to shoot them. And just go, bam, like so. You can't, it's very difficult to L-target them, because you've only got a split second between them appearing and them shooting you. But what this game added is an immensely useful feature that you can now move around while aiming with the bow and arrow, so you can move in close with an arrow knocked, and then the moment it's there, release it and smash them up, which is cool. So with them removed, we grab these Armos, and you'll see over there, there's a laser with 3 panels, 3 like switches in front of it. Put an Armos on the, miss entirely, you can do that too. Put an Armos on the first one, put an Armos on the second one, and miss again. God, I'm an idiot today, aren't I? Pick you up, and put you down, and then when you stand on the third one, the laser stops. Head through and grab, it's a special chest, so there can only be one thing in it. Yes indeedy, it's the big key. So, we've now got, oh, I forgot about that. As soon as you get the big key, those 2 Armoses become real and wake up, so that's kind of creepy. Kill them the same way you would kill any normal Armos. Now, we can proceed through this door once those 2 Armos die. Yeah! I think you have to kill the Beamos to get that door open as well. Oh, a Kargrok. Kargroks are much easier to kill now we have bows and arrows. Oh, and also, we're really freaking high up. I really like the look of the Tower of the Gods, both from the inside and the outside. Its aesthetic is awesome, and man, this looks awesome in the daytime. It looks pretty cool at night, but, as I say, I prefer the lighting in this game. Oh, fuck it. I prefer the lighting in this game at daytime. We're really high up, so that's awesome. Trying to sneak past these Beamos. These ones can only shoot, I think you can't quite tell, but the ones we've fought so far are red, and these ones I'm pretty sure are yellow, but it's a bit bright for that. And these ones can only capable of actually shooting in a straight line, so they activate when you get near. Oh, that one, no, that one can shoot in a circle. Oh god, this is going to be problematic. Just draw, knock an arrow, and there we go. Do you knock an arrow or do you notch an arrow? It's definitely one of those 2 things. Let's try and get these ones. Shoot in the face, and shoot in the face. Kargrok's coming in, shoot him in the face. That went very well. I'm running... Oh, no, I'm not running low on arrows at all, actually. Oh, no. Okay, you know what? Fuck these last Armos. Go away. And, as ever, if you haven't got fairies, we have an empty bottle at the moment. So, grab a fairy in it. Or not, or I can use the fairy myself. Nintendo, you still need to think of a better way of doing that. Well, either way, we still got Blue Potion and we still got Granny's Soup, so we're definitely okay. Let's get my right items for this battle equipped. And head through the boss door. You have done well to find your way to this place, O Chosen One. Accept this final challenge. Well, Nintendo's never done a boss like this before. Yeah, it's floating hands and FaceTime. Let's grab a picture of it. This one's, like all bosses, quite easy to photograph because of the size of it. This is Godan, the Great Arbiter. This monstrous machine was created by the gods as a trial for the great hero. It alternates between using gods and goddesses in this game, seemingly at random. And you can defeat it only by piercing its hand and face with arrows. Once fallen, and tossing a bomb into its mouth will damage it immediately. Oddly enough, arrows will occasionally drop from its nostrils. That's, well, okay. I've been doing just what I was talking about there, but now he's attacking me. Oh, and the side of the, by the way, the sides here, wait for it, electric! But they throw you back onto, no, they don't throw you back into the arena at all. I'm thinking of somewhere different. Up we go. So you have to shoot its hand twice, then shoot each of its eyes twice. Occasionally its eyes close and it does this thing where it unleashes a trail of bombs, which it didn't do then. Either way, once you shoot both its eyes, like the trophy said, not trophy figurine, it falls to the ground, chuck a bomb into that gap, and much like an Armos, it explodes. Rinse and repeat 3 times. You can see how this goes. And you'll remember as well, the figurine mentioned it about dropping arrows from its nostril. That's quite clever, because when you run out of arrows, it has to have a way to give you new arrows. So arrows drop out of Godan's nostrils, but kind of, I like the way they explain that in-game of basically, this is a trial. The reason it appears that it's helping you is because this is a trial set by the goddesses. So kind of, they're testing your courage, not the size of your quiver. So it kind of gives you more in order for you to enable you to be able to prove that you can defeat it. So it's not about kind of having the ammo, it's about having the courage and the power and the wisdom to defeat it, which I think is really clever, rather than just being like Bongo Bongo in Ocarina of Time, which just happens to sneeze arrows. Or I don't even know what happens if you run out of arrows on Bongo Bongo. Either way, chuck that in, and we deal damage to it. And yeah, it's the moment you run out of arrows. This is my last arrow. Once I shoot it, instantly, sneezy, and it drops an arrow out. So we got another 10. Let's shoot the hand, and shoot the hand. It's incredibly easy with L targeting, so that's the hands down already, and left eye once, right eye once. I got my left and right the wrong way around there, because I'm an idiot. Oh, they closed. Underneath it is, if you roll straight underneath, well, you don't have to roll, if you just run. Oh, we're out of arrows. Can you sneeze one, please? Thank you very much, Godan. Only problem is when it sneezes, the hands come back, but either way, the eyes still stay open with the damage you've done to them already. Yeah, when it starts charging that attack, run underneath it, and it will stop charging that attack, because obviously it can't shoot face down. So, the hands are still active, but either way, chuck our third, and hopefully the final bomb in there, and do some damage. The path can now be opened. O Chosen One. What we will now come to pass is tied to your fate. The path that you have chosen. Go forward with caution. So rather than the boss exploding like it does in previous ones, because this is essentially a good boss, if you get what I mean, as in it's not an evil monster or something like that, it's just a trial designed to test you, so the boss, rather than being defeated, just kind of acknowledges you, goes back into the wall and sneezes out a heart container, which I really like. So let's grab that heart container. Your life energy has been increased by 1. Interesting thing as well, you can take a picture of it now with a picto box, and it'll still say good. You can come back here anytime and do it. Godan, unlike all the other bosses, is not a one-off. So that's awesome. It's getting towards the end of the episode, but this would be a horrible place for a cliffhanger, so up we go. And now, you'll notice we are right on top of the Tower of the Gods. So let's climb up this handy ladder that's been placed here for us. And as you can see above us, there is a bell with a grappling hook thing on it, so let's swing on the ringer. Magical donut! And somehow we're already at the bottom of the tower, which is awesome. I have to walk down it manually. You have done well, Doctor. It would seem the gods have acknowledged you to be a true hero. But this does not mean your trials have ended here. Once you take your first step into the world beyond the ring of light you see shimmering in the waves before you, your true trial will begin. Are you ready, Doctor?